Hey guys, I wasn't going to do a video this morning, and because I'm doing a quick one, I don't have my little clip about what tea is today's Advent calendar tea. Sorry. But I just wanted to give you guys an update on my health stuff. I have either Restless Leg Syndrome or periodic leg movement disorder. I was diagnosed with it years ago when I had my sleep study done, and they said essentially I live in Florida, I run to California every night, and that was potentially one of the reasons I'm always tired, is because I spend all night, running to California. But Jamie and I didn't notice any leg movement. The cat slept on my legs all the time, so kind of put it off out of my head because one, the meds I had been put on caused me to lose consciousness randomly, so I got in accidents. I kept falling asleep at work. Lots of not good things. So I stopped taking it and played phone tag with that pulmonologist for a while, and then they stopped contacting me, and I didn't follow through because it wasn't affecting my life. So anyways, jump forward to a couple months ago, whenever Miss Marvel was coming out on Disney Plus. I started having these occasional evenings where my legs would just feel, I now know a smarter word to use is restless, but I kept using the word anxious. If you get anxious and you have that built up energy, it feels like I should go for a walk to get this energy out of my legs, but walking doesn't help. Restlessness would be the easy word because it's the name of a freaking syndrome. But anyways, so there were many episodes of Miss Marvel that I watched the second half of it pacing back and forth in the living room because I couldn't sit still. Jump forward to more recently, and that's been happening a lot more. It happens in the evenings, and I kind of had a couple panic attacks with it occurring on Sunday nights at work, where I just was so anxious and tense and freaking out about it. Walking wasn't helping. Plus, I was on the on the chat desk, so I couldn't walk anyways. Then I had to stay. I stay till 10 on Sundays, so I had to stay, and then I had to drive home with this restlessness in my legs, which is really scary for me. And I was just freaking out and stuff. So I went to my doctor about it. And at first we just talked over the phone, and many people on Facebook, thank you if you were one of them, suggested magnesium. So I asked my doctor, what level of magnesium can I take? And she said, start with 500 milligrams and we'll see how it goes. And so I did. And instead of the occasional evening, my legs feeling that way, it was every evening I took magnesium, and the magnesium wasn't helping. It just seemed to make it so that it happened every night. So I stopped taking that because it wasn't helping. It was making things worse. So then when I saw my doctor last week, I guess, she wanted to put me on a couple meds, but they had contraindications with other medications I'm on. So she asked if I could ask my psychiatrist to change one of my meds to one that helps with my sleep and anxiety to one that does that, but also it has been known to help with restless leg syndrome. And I saw him Friday, and he was like, okay, I could do that, or even though I'm already on a lot of meds and we aren't really looking to add more, he was like, I'd rather put you on this new med that is specifically for restless leg syndrome instead of something that, you know, has helped people before but isn't specifically for that. So I started that Saturday. It is now Tuesday. So Saturday I got it, I took it, and when I remembered that I had to go pick it up at the pharmacy, my restless leg stuff had already started. So that was a scary drive. I really should have had Jamie drive me. Anyways, took it as soon as I got it. It somewhat, like my legs felt restless, like they were shaking and stuff until then, like, I think it kind of died down. It was kind of hard to tell for sure, but all my extremities, my hands and my feet, went tingly, and then like so super tingly that like they were numb. I could feel the tingles, but like there was no other feeling in my hands and feet. And so that happened for 2 hours, and then like everything stopped. And I took it at about 6. So at about 8 p.m. Everything was done. So it's like, okay, weird, but I think this is how things are going to go. So then I took it Sunday while I was at work, which I had been concerned about because it can make you drowsy. So like I had stayed up Saturday trying to see how it would make me feel, if it would make me feel sleepy, even though a lot of the time my go-to method to get it to stop is to take my sleeping meds and go to bed, even if it's early, because then I fall asleep and I am no longer aware of the restless leg. However, it could be affecting my sleep. What isn't really, but anyways, so I took it Sunday at work, and it, like, my legs felt restless, but like to a much lower degree, and but like enough that I was reacting the way I used to. I mean, it's only been 2 days at that point, where like I'm trying to brace my feet against things. I'm trying to focus on like not letting them move, because it kind of helps, I don't know, but tensing up a lot because I'm freaking out, and like I'm focusing so much on like my legs that I'm tensing the upper body. And then like at 8:30 my extremities went numb and tingly, and I was like, well, this is way later because I take the med at 5. Like, what the heck? I'm supposed to take it at 5. I took it at 6 on Saturday because I forgot to get it from the pharmacy earlier. So anyways, so then yesterday again, I took it at 5, and weird feeling again in my legs, tingly numbness, tensing up. So at like 6:22, I was like, I'm gonna lay down. I think it's easier, like when I can, you know, like not when I'm at work, I can lay down, and I think it helps. So I lay down, and the lights were being weird, so I turned them off, wound up falling asleep. Felt much better when I woke up, until I got up, and then my legs were feeling weird again. So it was like 8:19 at that point. I put Sayuri away, fed her, and took my meds and went to sleep. I would like to have spent more of my evening doing things, but you know, like I said, sometimes that's my solution, is to take my sleeping meds and get to sleep as fast as I possibly can. Granted, both yesterday and Saturday, when I took my sleeping meds, you know, hoping to end the weird feelings, I stayed, like, my body just was like, nope, we're gonna be awake for like 2 hours. So that was unfortunate. Anyways, jump forward. Well, that's mostly the explanation for why I didn't film a video yesterday for today's Vlogmas. Is I was going to, I plan on trying the steamed pumpkin pudding recipe that I shared in November. Just try baking it as a cake instead of steaming it as a pudding. That still winds up being like a cake. It's something Jamie has asked if it's possible before, and so I'm gonna see. And I think I have enough canned pumpkin that I might also make a steamed pumpkin pudding with my mom's shared tips from my previous video, and where I messed some things up, but or didn't do them as well as I could have. Anyways, I was gonna do that, but then I spent all evening in bed, so didn't do that. Maybe doing that tonight or tomorrow night, and that might be Thursday's video, but we'll see. I don't know. I'm not editing this because I'm at work and I'm just gonna put this straight on YouTube, so sorry if it's got a lot of pauses and ums and whatnot. I do want to work on that, but clearly not doing so well right now. But just wanted to give you an update, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I do believe this is related to my fibromyalgia, or whatever we're calling fibromyalgia. But to be honest, I guess I don't know for certain anything. So that's what kept you from having a new video this day, and that's an update, and I will see you tomorrow with my video about Adam and Aurora. So I hope you enjoyed that, and happy Vlogmas. Bye!